completely unplanned stream. I came in from mowing the lawn and noticed that the um, Perfect Team playoffs are going on, and I knew I had some teams in the playoffs and maybe in the World Series. Unfortunately, I had hide scores on so that I didn't see the scores, but I saw that one of my alt teams was playing it, was I think in the World Series. So I still have it on um, scores hidden and just threw on the highlights. So we may have already been eliminated. We may have already, or it may still be going on. It might be like a game 6 or 7. I can't tell, but if the highlights start with the first batter, it usually will tell you like "Welcome to game." It's so here's what I know that my Blue Diamond Phillips squad, not a theme team yet, but I'm considering maybe building a theme team around it, is playing against the West St. Paul Westsiders in the Stone 141 World Series. Um, and I have turned on the highlights because I didn't want a new sim to come in. Um, so I'll switch to that. So here we are. Oh, it is the first batter, so it may tell us where we are in the series. So let me see if I can. There's a way I can zoom this in. Okay, I'm going to do a version of this where, see if I can zoom it in. Yeah, I'll try to zoom into the play-by-play so we can see what it says for the first batter. Maybe zoom in a little bit more. Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, no, it started with 2 outs, so it's not going to tell us. It started with 2 outs. All right, so we might as well go to the regular view. All right, so we have the base of we're the bright blue team, Blood Diamond Phillips, playing against the navy blue West St. Paul Westsiders. We have the bases loaded with 2 outs and a full count with live Juan Soto at bat against live Cutter Crawford. And that's a ground out, so we're held scoreless, leaving 3 on base. All right, well, the highlight moved up to us again, so top of the second. Nicky Lopez on second, Tom Brown at bat. I really like this Tom Brown card. His BABIP is really high, and I think in a world of pitchers with lots of low stuff, he does pretty well. And there's a deep fly ball to left center field. Extra bases. All right, so triple for Brown, drives in a run. All right, so the steam head to the bottom of the fourth. We're still up 1-0. No outs, 0-2 count. And there's a drive. Looks like it's gone. Home run. All right, so tied up at 1, bottom of the fourth. It's never a good sign when the highlight stays on there at bat. So Two outs, first and second, full count. Oh, this can no. Looks like it's a easy fly ball to right center field. All right, well, that's not too bad given the circumstances. Top of the sixth, still tied 1-1. Juan Soto again at bat with Edgar Martinez on first. And there's a walk. So first and second with one out for who's that? Our third baseman, Duke Farrell. I like his card because he can also back up a catcher. And a walk, bases loaded. Base loaded, one out for Nicky Lopez. So he's not a great hitter, but his historic card actually has a pretty high BABIP, over 100. So I don't mind him in this position, especially with just one out. Any kind of contact might drive in a run. They've got their infield in, and thanks for proving me wrong. They might turn two. That's where the high contact can hurt you when you drown into some double plays. So we stay tied 1-1, top of the seventh. Full. There's a blooper in the center field, like that. Good way to start the inning. Tom Brown again, this time against the lefty. I don't think he suffers too much from the lefty-righty split, though, so I don't mind him here. And he strikes out. He is proving me wrong again. Okay, something happened here where Utley's now on first. So first and second for Todd Helton. Don't love him against the lefty, but still pretty good. And he strikes out. So two outs. Might strand a bunch more runners here. Al Kaline against the lefty. Full count, two outs. Well, let's see if it's far enough. It's high enough. And it's gone. All right. 3-run shot. Seventh. Now let's see if we can hold on. Ooh, listen to that West St. Paul crowd. They do not like that home run. All right. Oh, I love it when it does this. Skips to the bottom of the ninth with with no outs, though. So we'll see what happens here. Um, but we are at the bottom of the ninth now. Still up 4-1. 1-2 count with no outs. Cannonball Jackman, whose card I quite like for silver, but see if it holds up here in the Stone League World Series. And that one drops in for a single. Of course, it can't be an easy finish. One count with no outs. Let's hope we can keep him off base here. Don't want to have the tying run coming up to bat. And that's dropping in for another single. All right. Tying run at the plate with no outs. Don't like that. Cannonball Jackman against Hugh Duffy. Double play here would help a lot. All right. Or an easy fly ball. That's not bad. Keeps the runners in place. First and second now with one out. And yet another tying run coming up to bat in the form of Robin Ventura. Oh, double play. Come on, double play. There we go. That's it. The Low Diamond Phillips win the World Series. I like that. I tried to match the color of the jerseys to the color of the diamond logos on the cards. All right. Well, that was fun. Nothing like winning a World Series. We'll get a little World Series icon to go onto our. There it is. Is that it already? Right there. Yep, 2033 Stone Level Champion showing up on our screen. So if anyone's interested in watching their own highlights, what you can do is, for most screens, you can go to this Perfect Team settings button, and then it's the first checkbox here, hide scores. I can't remember which it defaults to, but if it's checked, it'll be like what you saw here on the main screen, where whenever you come onto the screen, you don't see the scores. It doesn't tell you what games to what. It has the outcome here by the date blocked, and then you can hit highlights, or if you want a full replay, you can go to replay. Um, and then the box score and game log are also always available. But so what we watched was the highlights. If you want to see the whole thing, you go to replay. Um, but this way you can do it without knowing what happened. And you'll see a lot of streamers doing this. Um, and I always thought it was so cool. So I used to do this, before I streamed anything. I would just kind of watch some of my own games, especially if I went to a championship this way. And then if you unhide them and go back, you'll kind of see the way you're probably used to seeing it, which is with win. This will be red for loss if you lost. And low diamond Phillips sweep the World Series. All right. So yeah, you can see we came in second in the Central Division, actually behind one of my other alts, the Tampico Stogies, in honor of the movie Long Gone, which was an HBO only movie from I think the late 80s or early 90s. Definitely worth finding. If you like baseball movies, it's still probably maybe my favorite baseball movie of all time. William Peterson from CSI. Um, Stars as kind of a washed up former major league prospect who's now managing and pitching for a minor league baseball team. I think set in like maybe the late 50s or early 60s. Anyway, one of my favorites. So yeah, we finished 18 games behind them, but let's see how that played out in the. So if you go to postseason coverage and you go to the playoff tree, you can see how everyone got there. So our low diamond Phillips squad was wildcard team, so we had to play the wildcard round. Swept that, squeaked by the Brakemen in the division series, and I think the Brakemen were another dominant team here. Let's see. Yeah, the Trestle Mountain Brakemen, 123 and 39. So they were the top overall team in the entire league by far. So good job for the wild card low diamond Phillips to squeak by them. Let's go back to that tree. And then our Tampico Stogies had a first round bye, swept the division series 3-0, and then lost to Low Diamond Phillips 4-1. And then you saw Low Diamond Phillips sweep the World Series. And how did the West Siders get there? They were another wild card team. Swept the Baltimore Lumber Kings in the wild card series, and then beat the Jacksonville Groovy Cats 3-1 in the division series, and then gentleman sweep 4-1 over the College Point Nomads in the championship series to make it to the World Series. So I'm going to screenshot this. World Series championship, I think, deserves a screenshot. And now that I have, um, the scores unhidden, I think this is correct. If I exit out of here and I go back in, if I go back into Perfect Team, I think it will welcome me with a trophy. Because the scores are hidden, it didn't show me a trophy because that would kind of give away what happened. Let's see. There we go. There's the trophy. Like seeing that. Get a screenshot of that. And if you don't know, function F12 will just screenshot the game for you. It's really handy. I know people for like pack only leagues do it to kind of prove that they pulled a perfect card, so no one thinks they bought it or anything. And I do it for a lot of stuff like this, or if, what else have I done it for? Oh, sometimes for tournaments, I'll look up the champions and the runner up of the tournament and screenshot their rosters, and then go through my rosters later to make sure I'm not missing any good players. Um, yeah, so it says your low diamond Phillips of one stone 141 uh stone level league. You'll be promoted to an iron level league once the next season cycle starts tomorrow. Good luck. Awesome. So yeah, so this is not a theme team yet, but I was thinking about making a theme team of it'll be any low diamonds would be eligible, so that's 90 through 94 overall card rating. Any player with the name Lou or Phillips. I didn't think Diamond would matter until Pipkins came into the game, so Diamond also counts. And then I also thought to make it more interesting because I like for the my theme teams to be things I can look up and add players over time, and for me, like the research is fun. I was thinking for every role that Lou Diamond Phillips has played, the name of the character could make one player eligible. So, um, like in Young Guns, he played his character was Chavez y Chavez. So if there's like an Eric Chavez card, then Eric Chavez could become eligible. But then if another Chavez came in, I'd have to pick. I can only make one Chavez eligible based on that Young Guns character. Um, so that's kind of the thought. I like that the low diamond should help it be kind of competitive, and I like that the movie roles will give me something to kind of research and look into over time. He's done a bunch of movies and TV shows, so I thought that would be fun. Um, but I don't necessarily know like how wide of a range of character names he's played, or if the names would make it too hard or too easy to add players. So that's one of the things I'm looking into. But either way, I'm going to keep the name because I like the name. Every time someone says low diamond, my brain automatically filled in the Phillips. So I thought I might as well make a team out of this, even if it's not a theme team. If you're interested in theme teams, you can look up, find EVC in NYC 2 on Twitch. He has a great stream you should follow. And he's an affiliate, so you can get drops. And then through his Discord, you can find out how to create and join the TTC or the theme team crew. And what he does is he organizes um, a roster of theme teams and what level they're in. And then if you go to your settings here I can show you in Perfect Team settings. You can go to league placement. Right now, mine's at random, which is the default. But then you would go to use friends list. And then once you have a friends list, you can go to Perfect Team Universe and then managers and rankings. And then here you can see here it gives you the option to make any of these managers a friend. So EVC and NYC 2 every Sunday publishes a spreadsheet organized by level. So, like, I'm going to be promoted to Iron. I can look up all the other Iron theme team crew teams, make their add them as friends, and then the AI will try to group us all together into the same league. So it's a lot of fun because you're playing against mostly other theme team crew teams. And he every week he goes over the championships in those leagues, especially if there are theme teams in the final. So it's a lot of fun. It's a way to keep the game interesting. If you have your main team trying to pursue a perfect league championship, you get two other accounts with your main. You might as well use them for something. Some people do packs only. Some people do theme teams. But it's a fun way to kind of keep the game interesting and fresh. You can change your theme if you want over time, but if you find a good one, I think the best themes are ones where as new cards come out, you can see if any of those cards are eligible, um, and it always kind of keeps the pool of players eligible for your team fresh. All right, well that's it. Hopefully that was interesting for you. At least maybe you learned how to hide scores and do your own highlights. Hopefully you learned maybe you might be interested in the theme team. But yeah, Low Diamond Phillips, World Series champions. Where's that title slide? Yay! I can change this to say World Series champions. Awesome. All right, thanks.